Okay, so first of all, I should say thanks to Tradman for over the years supporting and promoting the idea of working differently, working more precisely and accurately, improving the way you use these tools to help you get to the next level of window cleaning. So thank you very much, Pete Tradman, for helping sell the message to using these squeegees and making more money in less time with higher quality results. So that is the only thing that I sell on my YouTube channel. I don't sell franchises, I don't sell tools, I don't make any money from my YouTube channel. There's two reasons why I came to YouTube. The first reason was I had an idea for a handle and a channel back in 2009, 2010, and I used the idea of using a platform like YouTube so I can take that information, get people to like the things that I'm talking about and doing, so I can take that information to a company and to hopefully design a new type of squeegee. Little did I know that I would out-surpass my expectations of how this tool performs, but it's not a faultless tool. But if you can work around the faults that it has, it will become a faultless tool. So I'll talk about some of the comments that I've been getting over the last, I would say, well, definitely over the last year, but the last 2 or 3 years, and then talk about some of the other comments that other YouTube people have made, statements where it just makes them look incompetent, inferior, and idiotic. And so, you know, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Now, also, I wanted to say that the guy who said to me just a couple of days ago on my video on the rubbers, that you know, he said that basically, you know, you've stood hard and fast with this tool, with your message, and I said, well, you know, that's the least I can do, because it's like the easiest thing to talk about, because it's the best performing tool on the market, and if you know how to use it, you know, it's an easy sell. But I'm not selling anything other than how to use the tool and get the most out of your window cleaning work. So I've been up against the window cleaning community for nearly 10 years, you know, and I've stood hard and fast with the things that I've suggested and what I do. I practice what I preach, and so does Tradman, and Tradman has helped get that message across, because it doesn't just look like it's just one person then. Unfortunately, the rest of the YouTube window cleaning community on YouTube is is dire, basically, when it comes to using squeegees. So I want to address the most asked question or statement with using these tools, and that is, why do some people on YouTube say zero detailing doesn't exist? So let's soap up the glass and let's put the squeegee in the right place at the right time, and let's achieve zero detailing results. Okay, so what does zero detailing means? Well, everybody knows what it means. It's just the people who are inferior with using tools, these squeegee tools especially, and they have to save face. And it's not just one window cleaner, it's at least 2 that I know of, okay? And they have 2 things in common with each other. They both can't use squeegees to a high level. And to save face, and they're both more popular than me, because I'm not a popular YouTube window cleaner, and I'm very grateful that I'm not, because that's a responsibility that I do not want. My only responsibility now is to get people who have bought this tool, to get them to use this tool the best possible way, the easiest way possible, get them on the right track. Once they're on the right track, they can find their own way to the destination of being a highly skilled window cleaner. So zero detail is, let me just take this, I'm just charging this while I'm recording. That glass is zero detailed, but the edge bottom here is got residue. So what are we comparing here? So the people who talk about Let me just put this straight side. So the people who have to be finicky and say, well, you know, zero detailing doesn't exist, and if you don't zero detail, you're lazy. Well, there's nothing to detail on this glass, because I'm talking and Trapman is talking, and everybody watching these videos understands that zero detailing is the glass, because this tool is designed to clean glass, not windows. What is the window? The whole thing's the window. Okay, this doesn't really work very well on the frames. It might work well at taking off excess on the bottom edge here, the seal, but it won't take it off the frame. So I need another tool like a cloth to take the excess off. But everybody understands that zero detailing squeegees give you zero detailing results. And it's lazy for people who say it's lazy not to detail, because the people who say it's lazy to not detail are the people who is lazy in the way they work, in the way they conduct themselves using the squeegee. Everything is loose, everything is sloppy, everything is inferior, because they're using inferior solutions, inferior techniques, inferior tools to give them inferior results, and they have to work longer, harder, slower for that. So it's comparing apples with oranges. If we use the analogy of apples being zero detailing the glass, we can easily say, well, if you're comparing like for like, then the Etere squeegee will not give you zero detailing results, but this will, as long as the rubber is situated, is the right length, is situated in the right position, it's being clamped, you've got the best soap solution to use, you've got the best performing technique to use, then you can achieve zero detailing results. If you're suggesting that zero detailing on the glass is not zero detailing the window, then it's apples and oranges, and that is their escape clause to make them look superior, when in fact everybody knows that what they're talking about is also well, it's just an escape clause, isn't it, to make them save face. So the other thing that I wanted to address was, I remember many years ago, the guy who used to make the video after video of destroying the liquidator to get it to perform better, because the way he worked wasn't allowing the tool wasn't working for the way he works. He made a statement saying, why should I change the way that I worked for this tool to perform? So that, for number one, that is one of the most idiotic statements to ever make as a window cleaner, because all that's saying is, well, I want to work like a caveman. Why should I improve the way that I work for this tool that can give results that no other tool can give? Why should I try to improve the way that I work for this tool to work? Just like another idiotic statement, someone saying, well, detailing doesn't slow me down. So how is detailing not detailing? Well, if you've got the option. You're either not detailing and your results are less, or you are detailing but you're working so damn quick and so fast, which you'll never replicate on camera, because all you're doing on camera is showing how sloppy, how inferior the way you work is. So what are you telling me? You work like a speed demon and you're the highest skilled window cleaner beyond the camera, but on the camera you just look like a mediocre window cleaner with a huge following? So I came to YouTube not to get a huge following, but to get enough support from people who liked the information that I had in terms of modifying tools, and also showing ways that I was doing things compared to how other people were doing things, more efficient, more effective ways of working using that soap solution method. So I went to the companies and said, look, this is what we got, can we improve on it? And little did I know that I was going to get something that would surpass my expectations. But the tool isn't perfect, but if you work around any imperfection there is, it will become perfect, or as close to perfection as possible. And then, that job's done for my YouTube channel. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling any tools. I'm not selling any programs. I'm not making money for my YouTube channel. I'm not selling any, I'm not affiliating with any company. I'm just, my other second role for my YouTube channel is to provide the information that the people who buy these tools, by the way, this is the biggest selling squeegee in the world, still to this day, this combination. That is great. Unfortunately, the people who buy it, probably over 90% of the people, cannot use it very well. So although it's the biggest selling tool, the problem is getting people to use it the correct way so they can surpass their old way of working. So, you know, it's good and it's bad. Maybe it would be better if it wasn't so popular in being bought, and then you wouldn't get so many people ask so many questions. So the biggest question that I get, or statement that I get over the last, I would say 3 years, is why are they saying zero detailing doesn't exist? Well, these are inferior window cleaners that have to save face so they look relevant still to this day. They think they're on a level of working far beyond everybody else. But anybody with an ounce of intelligence can see they're just an average working window cleaner with a huge following compared to someone like me and Tradman. And again, thank you Tradman for getting involved with helping promote that message of working less hard, getting more work done, high quality results using these tools. So basically it's a wrap up. Thank you for the people who have supported me over all these years, you know, my main focus now is to just give the best information I can, but I'm blunt. I'll just say it how it is. And this is, you know, you either love it or you hate it. The things, I'm like Marmite. You either love what I say because it's the truth, and a lot of people cannot cope with the truth. A lot of those YouTube window cleaners that I've mentioned, not by name by the way, cannot cope with the truth. You know, the good news is the message is getting out. More and more window cleaners are turning to using these tools. They're performing on a much higher level. They're getting more work done in less time. Can these other window cleaners provide that information and that knowledge? Unfortunately, until they learn that they have to humble themselves and understand that there is no other way of getting better results other than this soap solution method, these tools, using two hands, not making excuse after excuse why this tool is no good, just improving the way they work, maybe they'll get some more respect from people like myself who, you know, we've just been fighting. I've been fighting, Tradman's been fighting the industry of window cleaning for the last, I would say, I've been doing it for 8 or 9 years now, maybe 10. I think I come in 2012, I think. You know, it's just been a slog, but it's been an easy slog because they can't show me, they can't tell me any better way of working with whatever tool they've got, because they only can work longer, harder, slower, and always get less results. That's the video. Not too much of a technique video here, but that is the most common statement I've been asked over the last 2.5 years. Zero detailing. We're comparing squeegees, window, zero detailing squeegee on the glass, zero detail. The window, no, there's no zero detail because we've got this to clean up. Thanks for watching.